10. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now Wilson on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They go play action with Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. That one caught by Felton. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week, and then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. That'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks, November 13th. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them? Break tendency and go play action and go for the big shot.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards short.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Back to Dillon on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The Packers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On second down, Dillon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Felton, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's Wilson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2 is bringing him.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. We're scoreless after one. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Joseph Osai there on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
21.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Wilson to throw. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here we go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
11. Hey, alert.
They run once more with Dillon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. He could only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here we go.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
65.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
Here we go.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. To throw again on second down. Wilson, throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. To throw again is Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Wilson. That is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Felton. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. The middle they go. Felton. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it.
But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, here we go.
Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Hey, John.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
21, 21. 11.
From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here we go, here we go.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. They go screen with Dillon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dillon up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready, ready, ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Caught left side, it's Beckham.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question, because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So yes, tight game, he'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Throw fighting Thornton over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On play action, now Garoppolo. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here we go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Here we go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Jabril Cox there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Wilson. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Squeeze, get in there. Let's go.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
65.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things.
And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Giants have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Here we go.
The Packers on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
He's got his man, Thornton.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here we go.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Here we go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Go ahead.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The tackle made by Caleb Chason. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go, here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson.
Again, it's Johnson.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Here we go, here we go. Delta. Foxtrot. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Ready.
Now Wilson on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well.